I had to get a different microphone. Okay, let's see. So, I was looking for a hat this morning, but I couldn't find a hat because I didn't feel like styling my hair. But we're gonna have to deal with it because that's what's happening right now. I wanted to go live for a little bit. I literally cannot find my hat. But how are you doing? How's everybody else doing? Anybody that's here, I haven't seen who's here and who's not. But we will get through this and we'll figure it out. See who's exactly here. So it looks like we have 20 people here so far. I appreciate you guys being here. I know I wasn't live yesterday or wasn't even, didn't even create any videos yesterday. Thank you for hitting the like button, Richie, being the number one like. I appreciate it. We got 28 people here and we only have 5 likes. So if you're like me, I once I get into YouTube and I watch a video, I like the video as soon as possible. If I end up disliking it, I then change it to a dislike. But I always stay engaged either way. Most likely I'm not disliking it though. Your hair reminds me of Cameo. I don't know. I don't know what that is, but I'll take it. It's fine with me. That's how I live my life, on the edge. Let's see this. Have you bought any bone? I have not bought any bone recently. I can tell you, I found a time where I can make money in bone. I don't know where bone is, but let me go ahead and duplicate this and look for it. We'll definitely go into what my thoughts are on bone, where it stands right now, because it is a good project, right? It's just, I think, trying to really feed off of the energy of Shiba Inu, and they're doing an okay job at doing it. I feel like they could have done a lot better because the more that they implement bone within Shiba Inu's success, it will skyrocket bone. And I know they're trying to kind of make bone its own thing. And if they continue to kind of ride the coattails of SHIB, and it looks like it's only doing that, like it's not doing anything more. But we'll talk about that in a little bit. That'll be the first position that we talk about here. Will be bone, probably Ethereum as well, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Let me take this out. All right, I do want to talk about ETH as well. All right, let's see. Remember the name, Vulcan Blockchain. I'll remember it. Enjoy your live stream in the morning. Oh, you enjoy my live streams. Well, thank you for being here and enjoying it. I appreciate it. Matt, would you take a look at Bax and let me know your opinion? Yeah, I could probably do that. Let me bring that up over here. We'll do that eventually. Just remind me a little bit later, but I have it on my list. What's up with the bird's nest? My hair. We have, so speaking of bird's nest, we have an issue with the wreath that we have on the door. Every time we put a wreath up, birds build nests directly in it. So we have to like take the wreath down, then we put the wreath back up, they destroy it. So basically they take my hair and they put it on the wreath. It's 80s music group, Cameo. It's like candy. Yeah, you lost me. Thank God it's Friday. Yeah, that's why I look like this. I would like to go golfing. I think I have a golfing video to edit, so I'm probably not gonna do that. But I did play golf yesterday, and that was fun. Played horrible, but it was fun. Attached. I've made a lot of decisions after hearing comments from you and others. It made me some money. Thanks, man. Yeah. No problem. I mean, I I try to, or you're talking about Bone as well. I try to, give out some information that can help people make their decision, not solely make the decision for them. Um, and you can make money based on whatever you decide to do in the end, because ultimately it's your money, right? And people will say this all the time. They'll go, "Oh, well, it's all about." Let me put on monetization. They'll say, um, "Give me a second." There we go. They'll say, "Oh, it's all about Jesus." Now I'm lost because I was just doing monetization. Whatever. Something about oh, so people will always go, "Oh, it's all do your own research and all that stuff for their own benefit." I say it because I want people to learn, what they're doing. And honestly, you can't learn about I don't know why I'm so distracted by things. You can't learn about a lot of these investment strategies. Jesus, I keep losing my train of thought every time I see something that's not right. The camera was crooked. The a comment came in. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me today. It's Friday. Just let it go. Am I tired now too? No, this is not going to be the best live stream. But I mean, the markets look great, right? Um, I'm excited about that. I said what would happen. Now, it didn't obviously explode, and I do expect to see some sort of explosion when you see institutions that are getting on board. But, seeing that late reaction, I knew that that would happen. I knew that we would see a late reaction, especially after seeing the initial movement off of the inflation data, seeing 5%, seeing a 1% decrease from previous. I was like, all right, well, we should see more of a reaction than this. And we eventually see this reaction. So, do you think Binance is manipulating Bitcoin? No, I don't think so. Right now, you're seeing Ethereum that's taken off today. Typically, that's what you see. You're going to see Bitcoin that runs, Ethereum runs. I mean, it could be possible, but I would say no. I don't want to always think that there's manipulation. That's the problem that we have, is if we always think that someone's messing with something, even though typically the government is messing with something or firms are messing with something. Even if we think about them messing with something all the time, then we're never going to be able to have success based on normal trading, normal movement. But honestly, it is something that you think about, but you can't sit here and just, harp on it. Do you know anything about Shibtakin? Shibakin? Wait, Shibakin. I don't know where I got a T from. Shibakin. No, I don't know anything about it. Greetings from Cape Town. Thank you for watching. Prefer the real talk in here rather than the hyper bullish skyrocketing 4 to 5 videos to the moon. Great work, Matt, as always. Well, thank you for saying that. And I don't know if you're referring to like my other videos that I create, saying the videos are to the moon videos. I usually don't make to the moon videos. I make I'll make prediction videos or talk about certain topics. Maybe it's Terra Luna Classic, maybe it's Shiba Inu, maybe it's the journey that we end up getting to, or the journey that we have to $1 or to a penny or something like that. But it's never like, I don't think it's ever like hype videos. It's over Matt's head. Yeah. There's a lot of things that goes over my head. CRO is pumping. Yeah, let's take a look at some stuff. Once I go through it, I'll definitely check. Where's CRO? Yeah, I mean, a lot of things are pumping 4 to 5%. I mean, you have ARB that's pumping quite a bit, and I wanted to talk about that a little bit. No, Matt, not you. Well, thank you. I really hope we get back to or beyond previous all-time highs, so I can smile at the naysayers. That's what I want to do, is just for that thought where it's like, I told you, this is what's happening. Will there be a pullback? There will always be a retracement. It just depends on if we're going to see things absolutely skyrocket, right? Where you have, inflation data that comes out, you have other bullish news, right, that could come out as well, and we see that massive bullish momentum. Like right now, we're seeing in the overall market. Let's go over here. We're seeing in the overall market that we're up 3%, right? 2.8%. We're seeing Bitcoin's dominance that's decreasing because Ethereum is obviously increasing. It's up about 13% over the last 7 days, 14% over the last 7 days, up to $2,000. So you're seeing things that are, moving quite a bit, but we're not seeing it absolutely skyrocket right now. But even if we just see it at these levels, will we see a pullback? Yeah, I believe retracements always come. It's just how hard will that retracement be? You know? What do you think about Jasmine? You know what I think about Jasmine. I like Jasmine coin. I made a video a day ago, over a day ago, about Jasmine coin and a couple of them on the NFA channel. And I really do like that position in where it can go because it shows so much potential, right? We've seen this at higher market caps, and right now at the previous high market cap, and not the price, but the high market cap, you're looking at a level where you 4 to 6x, and obviously we want to see a lot more than that. We know that it has a bigger potential, where right now, or then, it was at a half a penny. So seeing it up to $1 wouldn't only be a, a what's it called, 100x. You would see it at a 200x, because you're seeing it from a level of 0.5 cents. It's not 1 cent, where 1 cent multiplied by 100, you're looking at $1, right? But then you have 0.5 cents multiplied by 100, that's only 50 cents. So you see that 100x a lot sooner. You can see that 200x as you do get to some of those levels, if you believe it can get to $1, which would be a $47 billion market cap. So honestly, I hold 200,000 of those, and I would love to see it get to $1. However, you never really know if it's going to make that leap. I feel like there's definitely a community behind it. There's definitely a use case behind it. And I just want to see, the community continue to build up, because people will say it's dead because of the fact that, it decreased in price a hell of a lot, from a level of like $4 down to less than a penny. And they only see that without understanding what actually happened. Hey Matt, have you had a proper look at cremation coin yet? No, I haven't. They got Oscar Ramos on board with them. Massive burns with Lunic and ETH coin coming. Maybe do a video for the not financial advice. If I would see this is the thing. There's a difference between a lot of these plays that, and I'm not sure, I haven't looked deeply into it, but there's always a difference between people that are getting paid to do it. And I don't know if he has it labeled as promotional video, or if he's just talking about it. And if he's just talking about it, then, kudos to him. Because it's always about just mentioning it and understanding what it is. But if you truly do believe in it, then you continue to talk about it. But mentioning it a couple of times is just giving you information as to what's going to be burning, and what they could do. So it's always tricky. I have promotional coins as well, or tokens as well. But I'm not saying that was absolutely a promotional token, that he did it a promotion there, or any type of sponsorship or something, partnership. So I'll have to take a look at it. What do they end up burning? They end up burning Shiba Inu in cremation coin, or is it Terra Luna Classic? I can't remember. Thoughts on Rose and Glamour. We'll have to get into that in a little bit. I just want to give it a little bit of something here before we jump into breakdowns. We still have a year or so until things get juicy. I just dollar cost average into my favorite plays when I can. Yeah, I mean, sitting on a $60,000 portfolio, $70,000 portfolio, whatever it ends up being, I feel like, you have so much potential to grow that at a higher level. Like, there are people that will 10x positions all the time. And if I 10x 600,000, or 60,000, then that's obviously $600,000. Now, if Luna goes a lot further or something else goes a lot further, I will take that any day of the week. If Jasmy coin by itself gets to $1, then that's $200,000 by itself. Now, will I have $200,000 at that point at $1? No. Will I take profit before that? Probably. Because you're able to accept profit and you don't need to just go, oh, I can make $200,000. Let me accept the max. That's not the case. You need to accept what you feel like is good profit for you. Whatever your goal is, go with that goal. There's a lot of people that will have an open-ended goal where they're like, all right, well, I'm going to invest into this play and wait for it to get to $5. But if it gets to $10, I'm okay with that. And if it gets to $20, I'm okay with that. It's like, well, when are you going to take profit? You can't just go, oh, it's at $10. I'm okay with it, holding on to it to let it run. Like, are you taking profit or not? That's where people struggle the most. Matt, what are your thoughts on ETH Classic? And do you see that hitting 5K in the coming years, or is it dead since ETH 2 is out and doing well? So no, I don't think Ethereum Classic is dead at all. I do struggle with Ethereum Classic because I had Ethereum Classic and it doesn't seem like it holds as much weight, like as much popularity as it did before. We've seen heavy movement into Ethereum Classic. I just haven't held it in a very long time. I sold my Ethereum Classic as I was up on it and put it into something else. I can't remember what it was, but that was a while ago. And I don't know where it is right now. I think it has risen in price since I sold my position, but still, if you can make money from it, that's what it's all about. It's not about whether it's going to have $5,000 per coin. I don't know if that's going to be the case. I don't believe so. But it's about you just being able to make profit off of it. Cremation coin burns Lunic, but also about to burn SHIB soon. Interesting. Very interesting. Feels like just yesterday. 16 months. Matt Gray, thank you for being a member for so long. I appreciate it. Ape or Solana? Solana. Right now, though, I would probably say if you're looking for a certain gain, I know Solana has risen quite a bit, 22% in the last 7 days. If you're looking to invest right now, it might not be the best time to invest. Maybe long term, definitely. But if you're looking for a short-term play to make some money off of, you may end up seeing a retracement sooner than every other position because it rose by 22% up to $25. Now, Ape, I don't know where Ape is. I think it was it's at $4.58, seeing it at a $1.6 billion market cap. That's tricky. You could probably see more potential in something like Solana for the long term. And for the short term as well, over Ape. I still hold, I think, 10 of Ape, but I don't think that it has that much potential to run in the short term. Long term, yes, we have so many unknowns that could happen, but short term is like, there's better options, right? And that's just my opinion. Not saying that my opinion is everything, but that's just my opinion. Everything I own is green, Fire King, so life is awesome. Right now, yes, it is. I'm getting a great view from this moon. Matt, I know you've been buying quant. We can't miss out on that, Brody. So I haven't been buying quant. I've actually been thinking about selling my quant. I have 2 quant, and I was going to put it into something else. I was actually going to add to my Jasmy coin. Not saying quant is not going to have success. I feel like it definitely can and definitely will. But I only have 2. I would have to buy more, and I really don't want to hold many more projects. I feel like I hold, so much. Even just in Coinbase, I hold a lot, where I'm holding, Ethereum, Shiba Inu, and this is short term, the Shiba Inu. I don't know why it says I'm down $4,000. That's not accurate at all. Cardano, Krill, Harvest Finance, Jasmy, Tezos, Algorand, right? I'm holding all these different plays that are here. And then Quant, I have two. So I want to find a way to consolidate some of them, whether it's Dogecoin consolidating, ApeCoin consolidating, the Bitcoin that I receive, whatever. I want to be able to consolidate all of that into certain plays. Maybe I'll put it into Anchor because I do believe Anchor has a lot of success potential. And I think Suku has potential as well, but it's just like that hasn't really seen any type of movement. We've seen this much higher than where it is right now. So yeah. All right. Well, we got 133 people here, guys. If you haven't had a chance to hit the like button, let me put a poll up here. Did you hit the like button? Hit the like button yet? Anchor like Terra? No. If you see on the screen, Anchor as in this play. If it comes up. Come on. It's not going to come up. Let me show you guys really quick. Let me go here. This one. ANKR. This play where it's at 13 or 3 cents. Not Anchor Protocol. I'll go through that. Actually, I haven't gone through Anchor in a while. That could be another one that I talk about. Okay. Do you think Ethereum will still flip Bitcoin at some point? Thank you for the $20 super chat, first of all. But yes, I do believe Ethereum will flip Bitcoin. Now, I know there's a lot of people that are on the other side where they're like, Ethereum would never flip Bitcoin because Bitcoin is just the leader, right? It's going to be the world currency. But honestly, Ethereum seems to have more of a potential use case right now than Bitcoin does, right? Where you're looking at Ethereum, you know that there's multiple uses for it. When you buy when you buy something, let's say on MetaMask, and you wanted to buy a different project, right? You're paying Ethereum. When you want to send your money from a different place or from MetaMask to anywhere else or Trust Wallet to anywhere else, you're using Ethereum in order to pay for that. That's a use case right there. When you have NFTs, you have a use case for it. Also, when you look at both of the two, right? When you look at both of them, you're seeing that you did have the ability to mine them and it took a lot of computing power to do so. And now you have Ethereum on the other side that it's not going to be the case because, you're going to proof of stake instead of being proof of work. So it's not going to be, an unlimited amount like Ethereum did have and continue to mine there. So that's off the table, but you do have a max amount that you would have, as well as being able to burn the supply deflationary and then using the position in everyday life. And maybe it comes to the point where you, instead of just buy virtual real estate with Ethereum, you're now buying actual real estate with Ethereum, like real life real estate with Ethereum, because it is going to be that token or that coin that people look at as, a bigger use case, in my opinion. Now, Bitcoin will still always be up there because it's the thing that really created it all, right? It started it all, where it's going to be one or two. Now, it may be number one forever just by association. Like if it's something we don't use anymore, like say if we don't buy gold anymore, but gold is still a thing, it's still going to be very valuable, but it's not going to be something that we buy a lot, right? We value something else a lot more, but it's still going to be here as a valuable thing, right? Or collectible, or commodity or asset or whatever it is to you. So that's where I see it with Ethereum. So when you look at Ethereum, I might as well get into my Ethereum really breakdown since I kind of did that. When you look at Ethereum, I see it passing, right? The thing that's really eating away at Bitcoin's dominance, or was eating away at Bitcoin's dominance, was Ethereum. Everything else really doesn't really have much of an impact, because you see Bitcoin that's at a $600 million or $1 billion market cap, but Ethereum's at a 254. So if it grows by 6 billion, it's eating away or chipping away at that dominance, right? If Ethereum grows a lot more than Bitcoin does, you're seeing it chip away at the dominance, right? If Ethereum is not growing more than Bitcoin and Bitcoin is growing, Bitcoin's dominance increases. So it's really only on these two whether you are seeing, Bitcoin's dominance increase or decrease. So I do think Ethereum is going to overtake Bitcoin at some point. I don't know when, but the flippening will happen, especially as you get more and more uses out of Ethereum. So where is Ethereum right now, right? I told you that we would see a late reaction. Right now, Ethereum has broken the 2000 mark, right? It's at $2,114.76. Not only breaking 2000, which I saw yesterday, didn't create a video on it or anything because I didn't have time, but seeing it at over that at 2100 shows the ability to remain strong. Is this creating a support at the level of 2000? Most likely not. It's going to be a soft support, but it's not going to be a hard support level there. Because if we do see a retracement, it's going to probably pull back to maybe higher 19s or even lower 19s. But it still would be, something that we're looking at and we're going, all right, well, we know that we're seeing a lot of success. Sorry, there's kids upstairs jumping around and stuff. We're seeing a lot of success. We're seeing a lot of building. We understand what Ethereum will be. Currently, you're seeing $14.4 billion that flows into Ethereum. You're seeing a max supply or a total supply of 120 million coins, at which you do have 108 million that flows through DEX volume. So while you're still seeing CEX volume while people are trading over there, you understand that DEX volume, that's creating a massive use for it. Seeing 100 plus million on the DEX side means that you have transaction fees, you have gas fees that you're paying in Ethereum, creating more value for this project. So I honestly think that it will surpass it. It just shows so much potential to do so. But I think you need more institutions that are going to be investing into it, more firms. And I think that's where it's going to come from. The firms are kind of sitting on the in the background and they're like, I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm going to put my hands up. I don't know what I'm doing right now. And maybe when it comes to it, I'll see what's more value and what's more sought after. And I'll either buy Bitcoin or Ethereum because they want to buy safe positions. And maybe they're making that choice to buy BNB as well. But honestly, I think Ethereum will be that choice for most firms, institutions, big money, smart money, right? And I think we're going to see Ethereum absolutely explode way past where the all-time highs were. And I think it's really going to compete for that number one spot by market cap. So that's where Ethereum is right now. We've seen it with the all-time high, getting up to that 5,000 mark. The low that we've seen, recently in the recent year, the past year, we see it, at $800, $900, and now seeing it at $2,000 is phenomenal. And hopefully people were able to capture a lot of Ethereum. I'm, sort of upset that I did have to give up some of my Ethereum for, the Luna T ETH. Now I was going to only put in one, but I put in two because I thought it was going to be more of a quicker turnaround for what we did have there with a push. And then I was going to invest in more as we did see more of a stable price. Because anytime you see a launch, you have a pump, and then you have, a little retracement, you have a level off, and whenever we hit that level off, that's where I would reinvest. But I didn't get a chance to do that because of what happened with all of the relaunches, and we still haven't seen the new relaunch yet, but they're taking their time to do that. I have been looking into some things about that, but that's a whole nother topic. But yeah, we'll look out for the flippening. I think it could happen. But $14.2 billion and seeing $100 million is flowing through DEX side, that's showing me that it has a ton of potential. Not only just seeing the 100 million, but understanding what that 100 million represents. Because we can go into Bitcoin and understand that their DEX side, you're still seeing $4.5 million on the DEX side trading worth of Bitcoin, knowing that you really don't have the ability to do much of that outside of CEXs. So that's where the difference maker is, right? 100 million versus 4 million, and then also understanding what it represents. versus nothing that it represents. No offense to any Bitcoin holder, or believer. So that's my full opinion on Bitcoin and Ethereum, and if we're going to see that flipping, and what's happening right now. So yeah. And again, that's just my opinion. Proof of work over proof of stake. Why do you feel proof of work over proof of stake? Are you cool with energy consumption? Are you cool with um, you know, polluting the planet, using up our natural resources? Um, how do you feel about Algorand? Would you invest? I'm thinking about dropping 10K. So I do have Algorand. I don't think I have 10K worth. I think I might have 10K coins. Um, so let me see. I have 4K. So I have about 4,000 coins, 4,500 coins, about $1,000 worth. I like Algorand. I like the APY that you can gain. I'm not so sure that you can gain the APY over here on Coinbase anymore. Yeah, there's no more APY over on Coinbase anymore, but it still has a typical hold time of 106 days. So people are holding it for a very long time. We're seeing $23, 23 cents. That would be great if it was $23. 23 cents worth of a price. We know that this has the ability to get to a $10 billion market cap. It has before gotten to these levels. And I'm waiting for those levels, if not further than that. But currently standing at about 23 cents. I think it can go a lot further. Again, all history, you've seen this up, at the $2 plus range, almost $3. And that's at the same market cap or same supply. So understand what this can be if you're holding, 10K worth, $10,000 worth, but it also, you also have to understand the chances of it not getting to those points, maybe getting to 50 cents or maybe only getting to $1, which would be a $7.2 billion market cap. So we will see how that flows. Quick review of Algorand. I want to put 10K into it. So yeah, that was sort of my review on it. Thank you for the super chat, first of all. I appreciate it a lot. If we wanted to get into it a little bit more, let's see. So you see 97% buying activity. I do want to see what the volume is and all the different detail over on CoinMarketCap, because that's where, you get a lot of it. Let me just scroll down here and find Algorand, which should be, in the top 100 here at some point. There it is. It's 40th. You're seeing it up again about 5.4% on the day. Again, if we look at this year this year, high to low, you're seeing it closer to that low of 16 cents, further away from the high of 78 cents, which shows me it does have quite a bit of potential here. You are looking at, $94 million worth of volume. It is up 43%. So it's not typical that you do see this. Again, 7.2 billion supply, max supply of 10 billion coins. Where we've seen this at a high for a market cap, though, the highest market cap that we've seen this at was a $13 billion market cap. So $13 billion, you're looking at a way higher price, but obviously you had less supply at that point. Now, still, you could still see this at a much higher rate. A level of, that $10+ billion market cap. Again, you would see it above $1, above maybe $1.50, see it run a little bit further than that. But you have a lot of support. You have a big community behind it. Again, 636,000 people that are watching it just on CoinMarketCap. And yeah, if we look at the amount of markets that are available, or the history, I'm sorry, I wanted to look at the historical data to see how much we're seeing in volume. I mean, historically, you're seeing multiple millions of dollars that's flowing through this, which is more than some that are in the top 20, more than some that are in the top, 30. So seeing, and more than some that are in the top 10, be honest. So, that's probably not true. More than some that are in the top 20. Let's go with that. But you are seeing multiple millions of dollars that's flowing through this, and the typical hold time being higher than what you would see in a typical position. Right? You're seeing 106 days. in typical hold time. Yes, you don't really have the APY over on Coinbase, but you still have the ability to gain an APY in general. So it's not something that you're really holding back from. So yeah, I mean that's a quick and dirty review of Algorand. I have 4,500. I like the play, um, but we'll see how things really run when we see a major bull run. You know, Matt, Bitcoin uses around 0.12% of the world's electricity. Traditional banking uses around 56 times as much energy. No, I'm not arguing that, but you look at this, and if we're looking at uh, uh, maybe fractions of whatever the overall world's electricity is, and if banking uses 56 times, you're comparing it to banking, right? You're not comparing it to Ethereum. It still uses way more than it needs to. That's what I'm saying. If it doesn't use anything, it's like saying the world litters so much, so I'm just going to drop this one on the ground one time and I'm good. No, it's still going to be a $300 fine. It's still going to be horrible. If I'm polluting a little bit of the ocean and everybody else is polluting 99% of the ocean, does that make it better? It doesn't. So either way, it's not saying that it's horrible for doing that, but the point is that it's contributing to it. If I give $1 to a homeless person, and then you have 100 other like million people that give that same dollar to that homeless person, that person makes a lot of money. It all adds up, right? Every single situation, you want to find the ability to have damn near zero. That's where you want to be. And it's, I understand I don't like traditional banking. I don't like a lot of, things that are using a ton of energy. Like right now, I'm using a ton of energy in order to make these live streams. And if I could find a way to bring it to zero, it would be great. But um, again, that's the same situation. How do we end up doing this? Am I okay with what I'm doing? I'm okay with working, but the issue is that I would love to find a way to get it to zero. If I'm investing into things that are damn near zero energy consumption, then I am decreasing my energy consumption every single day that I go and invest in something that is damn near zero. So it makes me feel a little bit better about what I'm doing and how much energy I'm consuming here or producing. But I know what you mean. Matt, where do you see us, meaning crypto space? Where do you see us on the Wall Street cheat sheet? Wanted to get your thoughts. I think we are above the anger stage. If you find it on Google, I have no idea what you're talking about. Where do you see us, meaning the crypto space? Where do you see us on the Wall Street cheat sheet? I have no idea what you're talking about. Maybe I do if I get a little bit more explanation, but I have no idea what you're talking about right now. Soul past $25. I see that. Yes. Let me exit that one out. Uh, um, you can mine with solar energy. You can even mine with solar energy. You're right, and that would be great. But you also wouldn't be able to mine as much with these large spaces, these warehouses that are really created in order to mine what you used to be able to mine in the past with just a laptop, and now it's taken so much in order to mine because I mean you see how much Bitcoin is left and how difficult it is to mine there. I think, wait, Matt, I think is Zelda Inu? What's happened? You think Zelda? What does that mean? Last I heard, which was like a a week ago, no, 2 weeks ago, I talked to them. May have been a little bit shorter than that. But I talked to them about it, and they said, "Is it the right time to make that move?" They're trying to get everything ready, trying to launch it at the exact right time, which it's tough to do that. You can't tell when things are going to absolutely skyrocket and when most money is going to be flowing into the markets, but they're trying to launch at the right time. Um, what are your top three coins you are most bullish heading into the bull market? Well, I don't want to say the obvious, right? I want to say like, oh, SHIB has so many people that's a part of it. Lunic has so many people that's a part of it. But let me put those aside because those are probably in my top three, just because I want to see them move. I want to see them make some quick movements as well as long-term movements. But let me push them to the side and go into some assets that I'm very, very bullish on. One would be Ethereum. I just talked about how I think the flippening was going to happen, how much use case you're going to have within that. I think it's such a big play, such a big gainer, so much potential in firms, institutions, and big money that's starting to invest into it, and that's where you kind of have that little bit of an unknown, where I love unknowns, because if you do have that unknown, it makes it sort of unpredictable. And then when things blow up, it's like, well, I expected the unknown to happen, and this was that unknown. So Ethereum, definitely, you have a long hold time within it. I'm gaining an APY with this by gaining 3.48%, every year. And you have people that truly do believe in this project and what it's going to be worth, going from a level of 1900 just recently up to breaking 2000 as well as breaking 2100. So definitely has a lot of potential. I'm hyped for Ethereum. I gave my breakdown for that. The next play that I wanted to put out there as a great play, one of my top plays, um, would be Jasmy, right? Jasmy is another one that, again, has the potential for a 200x. Now, I'm not saying 100% it's going to be a 200x. It's giving me the thought that I would at least see, a 50x up to 25 cents, which would be a lower market cap. We would see it somewhere, south of a $20 billion market cap. Let's say that's what it is. And with the sector that they are in and how many articles I've read on Internet of Things, I feel as though it's something that's really beneficial, something that will, give us, or at least the people that are holding it, so much of a gain, and so much more in the crypto space, so much more use in the crypto space. But currently, you're seeing this at 0.0064, so 64% of a penny. You're seeing 8 days of typical hold time, and that's the thing that's really holding it down, is the amount of time that people are holding it. People are investing into it for a quicker gain, so you're seeing them hold it for 8 days, right? They're not holding it for 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, not like another position or a couple of other positions where you're holding them for 100+ days or whatever. So that's definitely a position that I'm very bullish on, and I hope that things play out the way that I want it to. But either way, you're not only looking at a 2x return, 3x, 4x, 5x, or whatever. You're looking at a multiple x return, whether it's 10, 20, 50. You're looking at so much more. So I'm excited for what Jasmy can be and what it will be. So that's really the next position that I am bullish on. And it's hard to say what you're most bullish on, but I'm definitely bullish on Cardano. This is why I hold $4,500 worth. I hold 10,000 Cardano because I'm very bullish on this play. If you look at something that I look at all the time, which is typical days of hold time, right? You're seeing this on the top of the screen, or not the top of the screen, like maybe right above my head, somewhere right here. 203 days of typical hold time. You're holding this over a half a year on average for the normal person. That means that people believe in this thing for the long term. It shows the long-term growth here. It's something that even Ethereum doesn't have. It's something that even Bitcoin doesn't have. This is a half a year. Now, what it does, one position that does have it is Shiba Inu. I believe people are holding Shiba Inu for almost a year. It's like 300 days or something. It's insane. But ADA is definitely a great play. And seeing a 2% APY, I'm like, it's a no brainer. I'll take the 2%. I'm holding 10,000. I'll gain the extra, coins every single, um, or every single year. Hands down, will be an amazing position. Um, will grow a lot more. I believe the market cap will get back up to all-time highs, where you were seeing it kind of try and break that level of 100 billion, and I think it will as it does, get to that level. So I'm excited for ADA. I'm excited for Jasmine. I'm excited for Ethereum. Um, but there are also other plays that are out there that have so much potential as well, that I'm looking to gain something, but they're probably more short term than they are long term. But I do have long term abilities to grow, like Krill. I have $3,000 invested into there. Actually, I invested 5,000. Harvest Finance, right? I feel like Harvest Finance has so much room to grow very, very quickly. Tezos, Algorand, Loopring, all of those. But the point is that I wanted to talk about ones that I really truly believe in, that I'm looking at more of the long term, and something that will grow heavily in this next bull market. So that's where I stand with those. All right, my nose is stuffed. Top three for me, I had to pick. It would be Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cosmos. I like Cosmos too. Cosmos is great. Matt, you were right about Ethereum. Well, thank you for saying that. I mean, it's not about. I would love to be just right all the time, but the point is that we don't really know if I'm right. You know, we haven't seen that they will adopt Ethereum, that institutions, firms, and everybody will adopt Ethereum. We don't know if they will invest heavier into Ethereum. We haven't seen how much they put, right? They could put some in the Bitcoin, some in Ethereum. You could see Bitcoin right here, Ethereum right here, or you could see Ethereum right here and Bitcoin right here, or you could see both of them at the same level. But I'm thinking that we'll see, probably Ethereum be invested in a lot more because one, it's a lower price. I believe has a little bit more potential, and others do see that as well. I can see that a lot of people are kind of leaning more towards the deflationary model that Ethereum has versus, Bitcoin, where you have a max supply and you're mining to a certain extent, and it's literally going to take you until a long time to mine all of the coins. I think you're at 19 million. So in order to mine the last 2 million, I think, it's going to take you a long time. But guys, if you haven't had a chance to hit the like button, please do so. It does help out the channel. I appreciate all of you guys for being here. Thank you for the super chats that I've gotten. And thank you for everybody that is a member today. I also like Loopring a lot. They have continuously building. I like Loopring as well. I have Loopring over here and on their platform as well. I think I have 1,300. We've seen success within Loopring. We just haven't seen any success lately within Loopring. It is up 11% though. I also like Anchor and ACH. Gala, I like Gala as well. But there's certain plays that I believe in more for a short-term gain as well as something set out long-term, which would be Ethereum, Shiba Inu, Cardano, Krill, Harvest Finance, anything that's really over $1,000 that's here. What's your opinion on Kronos? Yeah, everybody knows my opinion on Kronos. I've made like 50 videos on Kronos and what that has to offer. So my opinion on Kronos is that I think it's going to skyrocket. I think that's something that I'm bullish on as well. And I can probably say Kronos should be in my top three. It's hard to pick. Right? I've invested the most into Kronos. I've invested $12,000 into Kronos, 12 to $13,000 into Kronos. So it's hard not to put them at like number three, but I don't want to mention anything like Shiba Inu, like Terra Luna Classic or Kronos, I would say, because those are ones that it's like a given. That should be my top three, and it is my top three. But when it comes to outside of those, that's where I jump into, Cardano and Jasmine and all of that. Matt, have you heard about Metapolitan in a new metaverse token. Oh, pre-sale is May 1st. I have not heard about it. Is it something that has a lot of popularity? I've been holding and adding to everything over a year, almost a year for Lunic. My top three in terms of how much I've invested are CRO, SHIB, and Lunic. Yeah, I mean, for how much I've invested, if you're talking about how much I invested into the play, Lunic would be at the bottom because I invested $43. It's probably the lowest I've ever invested into a position. Typically, I invest $300 at minimum. Um, and I wanted to invest $500 into Terra Luna Classic, but MetaMask didn't let me. And imagine if I did, because I would have turned $500 into so much more money at that time. But I'm blaming it on MetaMask because, well, technically I'm blaming it on my bank because MetaMask let it go through. My bank denied it because they were like, someone's trying to scam you. They're trying to buy on crypto. I'm like, thank you for helping me, but you also cost me probably $300,000 here. So I appreciate what you did, but I also don't appreciate what you did at the same time. Because understand that I invested $43. If I would have invested $430 out of the zero, I would have turned, in $30,000 worth of a gain into $300,000 worth of a gain. Potentially, right? I know I would have taken some profit before that, but potentially I would have been able to do that. I would say that if I was to make the same moves that I made before, it probably would be that I would have 200,000 because I would have made some some trades and sold some before, it gets to that level of 300,000, but I would have had that much. So anyways, yeah, Lunic is probably the lowest that I've invested, but you know, CRO and Shiba Inu and Ethereum are like the top ones that I've invested into. I think, yeah. Shiba Inu, I invested like 6,000. Um, CRO, I invested 12 to 13,000. Both of them are down. Um, and Ethereum, I've invested 5,000, almost six, and that's actually at a level where I should have an extra, because that's 2,000. I should have an extra 4,000, but I don't because it's over invested in Luna T ETH side, and can't do anything with that. Not right now. You might be dehydrated. Go drink some water. No, I just have a stuffy nose. It always happens sometime in the year. Thank you for caring about me. I think Metapolitan will be huge in my opinion. You should check it out. It's a metaverse, and metaverse looks good. I always get weary about those metaverses because people can take any images, render anything that they want of what they think it's going to look like, but it never ends up looking like that because creating the game is it's a lot more difficult than just rendering what you think it's going to look like, Um, and sometimes you'll have the company, that third party company that you're working with, render something to make it look like what it's going to look like for $100 million or less than that. um but then they run into some problems, some things that they can't expand the rest of the metaverse with, and then you end up running into just a ton of problems, and the game doesn't look as great, or the metaverse doesn't really look as great. Now, I'm not saying that's the case, but in a lot of situations they put out, oh, this is what the metaverse looks like, when you don't even have a true quote, right? You just rendered something yourself. So I can't trust anything unless I know that the rendering is coming directly from the third party company. Then I can trust it a little bit. But if it's coming from the metaverse itself saying, hey, this is what it's going to look like, you may have just paid someone to render something, anything. I'm not saying that that's the case, right? It may be good, it may be a gem. But I always like to, and people may not like this about me, but I always try and look at the negatives so that if I expect the worst, it only gets better from there. right? So um, you have to burn the paper. It makes to create. Wait, what? You have to burn the paper. It makes to create here, which makes pollution. What? What are you talking about? You have to burn the paper. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Super chat hype. There's a super chat. Thank you for being a member, XXI Gaming. I appreciate it. For 5 months. Wow. You take a look at Venu. Uh, it's the world's first zero fee, light speed, and energy efficient dog coin in the metaverse. Um, Maybe, but I'm also very Inu tapped out, if that makes sense. Guys, so let me give you my opinion on Bone, like a quick opinion on Bone. I know there's people that have made money with Bone. And this may come off as like maybe being negative in a way, but also being positive at the same time. That's just how my personality is and how I work, how I function. Um, but Bone is currently sitting at about $1.13, which would be considered a good price compared to where it was, right? Where you saw it at $2, $2+ you're able to almost make 100% or whatever, right? If you invest $1,000 and it goes to $2 from a level of 120, let's just make it easy, or a level of 113 and saying it would grow by 87 cents, right? That's where you would gain, what, $870 on that, because, or something like that. Let's say it was at $1, it's growing up 87 cents. Let's make it that easy. You would be able to gain $870 within that, growing almost 100% or less if you're doing it from here, right? I don't want to do the math, but you know what I mean. But currently, you're seeing 7 million, 7.5 million that's flowing into it. You see the market cap that's at $260 million. What's more important is the total supply at 229 million tokens. You see 1.7 that goes through DEXs, which I would imagine is going to be a lot higher as Shibarium does launch. The issue that I do have with Bone, right? Yes, you have people that are into it, and the reason that they are into it is because of Shiba Inu. It's sort of, but not not fully riding the coattails of Shib, because anything that you do with Shib, they want to find a way to implement Bone into it, right? If you're trading Shib on Shibarium, you have to use Bone in order to trade it. Now, it's not going to be a lot because it's going to be less than a penny, but you still have to use it in order to trade it. But you have to do more and more transactions in order to burn. So if we want to burn, you do more transactions, which affects Bone. We're seeing the price of Bone rise, the use for Bone rise, and all of that. So I feel like it could have been done a little bit better, in order to, get Bone to a higher level, give Bone more value, give Shiba Inu more value. I feel like it could have been done so much better, where even at, 10 cents or 25 cents, that's cheaper than the normal Ethereum cost. You can raise it to that level. There's no other, there's other layer 2 platforms, but you have this layer 2 platform that you would be able to use, still costs less than, trading on, MetaMask or whatever other place you want to trade on. You're still paying $5, $10, $15, $20 for a simple trade in Ethereum. And this would be less than $1. This would be less than 50 cents, which could have an impact for Bone and Shiba Inu in a larger capacity. So that's my problem with what they have coming for them. Now, they could easily change that. That can be something that they adjust, and it's not something that's like, oh, well, Bone's not going to move because of that, right? They can adjust it. But I feel like it's just something that they could have taken advantage of by promoting, but they haven't done this in the past, and it just hurts seeing that. So anyways, what is Bone's potential? Right? Does Bone have any potential to make any money? And I would say yes, right? In the beginning of this breakdown, I talked about how you've seen this up to $2, right? If you look at the last maybe month, you're seeing it at $1.42 of a high. The last year, you see this at $2.20 worth of a high. The lowest point of 28 cents or 29 cents, and seeing it where it is currently at $1.13. You are closer to the low than you are to the high. You have 100% of the supply out there, so the sky's the limit on where this can go. It's not saying that it's just going to get to a 220 or 200 or sorry, $500 million market cap. This could get to $1 billion project. Will it get to Shiba Inu like levels? No. That's the another problem that I have with it. If it is riding SHIB's coattails, it's always going to be behind SHIB when it comes to growing, right? They're trying to grow on their own, but still, not, or sorry, they're trying to grow on their own, but also take advantage of having SHIB out there as, the most popular position within the ecosystem. 1.3 million people that are holding the position. So yes, ultimately you do have a chance to run quite a bit with the fact that you have 100% of the supply. You have so much more use case that can go into it. So yeah, a ton. But it's still also the way that I'm looking at it, it's like the unknown. It makes it interesting, but it also is like, will I lose money? Am I at a higher point or am I at a lower point? Right now, I would say you're at a middle of the road, closer to lower, middle of the road. And you're still sort of investing early if Shibarium turns out to be something beneficial that people use. If they don't, then you may be at a level where you have to make a decision whether you accept any type of gain that you see and get out of the position, or you feel like it has so much more success to do something on its own. We'll see. But I'm not the largest believer in what they have to offer. I just feel like people are looking for the next thing to gain a quick dollar on. And when they find that level, that's the max level for Bone, which I don't honestly know where it is. Um, they will abandon it when you do not have any use case after that, right? If it's not benefiting Shiba Inu in a large way, what happens to Bone? Probably not a lot of activity happens over there. Unless they have an on ramp and they have a major ability to buy and sell the position over there, but we'll see. We will see. A Wall Street cheat sheet is on Google. Click on image. You'll see a chart of cycles, the cryptocurrency flows, and just wanted your opinion on it. I have my own. um, sorry. Um, Euphoria. I can't even see that. I could see it closer. Um, so hope, optimism, belief, thrill, uh, euphoria, complacency, uh, anxiety, denial, panic, anger. So you think right now we're at the anger point, or you said you think we're at the anger point? I think we're past depression. Uh, this is a sucker's rally, disbelief. I honestly think that we're more at the disbelief stage if that's the case. The reason being is because I feel like I've felt a lot of the depression. I felt a lot of the anger of a lot of people. Um, and now we're starting to see people that are not believing what's going to happen in the markets. But this is interesting, right? I don't know why I've never um, seen this. Maybe I have, but I think right now we would be in more of the disbelief stage rather than the anger. So you have hope, where we saw this euphoria, where we had a lot of people like, "I'm a genius. That's true. We're all going to be rich. It's going to continue to grow." Then you get anxiety, what's it called? Denial, panic, anger, and this is where you said, I believe in your super chat or just your regular comment. I don't remember what it was, but that we were in the anger stage, and you think that we're going to get into depression soon, and then we're also going to move into a disbelief. I think right now we're sort of here, right, where you see things like um, Ethereum that has run, let's say, over the last year, maybe. Let's go all history, where we've seen things that have dropped, and that sort of disbelief stage. You're saying that we hit anger right here, and now it's going to come back, and we're going to have depression even lower than where we were before. I don't know if I see that. I think right here we had a lot of people that were very depressed as it was rallying back up to 1,800, and a lot of people that end up getting depressed here, and then now you're starting to see that disbelief, and that would be my opinion, right? Sorry, I gotta bring that back. That would be my opinion, that we would see disbelief. Um, where was that? There it is. Um, and so many people have told me, oh, you know what, Bitcoin's going to come back, we're going to see a massive pullback and everything. And I don't know if I truly agree with that. I mean, it all depends on what institutions, firms end up doing. I feel like inflation's moving the right direction. We're probably still going to see them have some sort of interest rate hike in order to still fight inflation, because we're not back to normal. But I wouldn't be surprised if they do a 25 basis points, rate hike, and then we see, the overall inflation drop by 2% this time. That would be freaking phenomenal. Um, but we'll see. We will see what happens. And it all depends on that. But yeah, that would be my opinion. Thank you for answering my question. I definitely see another dip coming. Time will tell. I'll be buying over SHIB and Bone. Wait, I will be buying SHIB over Bone any day. I hear you. I agree. Between anger and disbelief. Yeah, man, that's been used for years. Yeah, I've never used it, but I can understand the concept. I can understand it 100%. But do you see what I was getting at? Um, Never believe in the one of the bull trap. Uh, a lottery ad on an article about stock market is fitting. I don't know what that means. You got a lottery ad on the video? Sorry, I have to go. Thank you for your channel. Bye bye, Matt. Well, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Matt, can you please check out Twitch chat before you roll? Yeah, let me see what's going on in Twitch. What? Thoughts on XCP right now? Hey Matt, good morning. What do you think about AMP and hot? I had AMP for a little bit. I did not hold AMP for a long time because of the potential dilution in the position. That was before I really got into a ton into understanding the dilution too much. And then once I understood that play, that's when I started to really dive into that. That and ICP. ICP gave me a ton of dilution potential, so I sold that position, and that's down to like $5 at this point. I wanted to get rid of my AMP for Jasmy. I think Jasmy is a great play. I don't know about AMP right now. I haven't really checked it in a while. Um, but yeah, you're still looking at 42% of the overall supply that's there, which is not as bad, I believe, as what it was. But you still have 99 uh, billion coins that are out there and currently sitting at 30% of a penny. This was at a high point, 2 cents that we saw this at. I even saw this, I believe, a little bit higher. Yeah, a level of 10 or 11 cents before it started to really fall down. So um, I'm glad I got out of it. I'm glad that I saved I think it was like $300 or something, and was able to put that somewhere else. But um, yeah, I mean, it still has dilution potential within it. I only have $500 worth. I'm thinking about 500 on either Lunic, or Jasmy. I already have $500 worth of Jasmy. Um, This is all I have, by the way. Um, I think I can't give you financial advice, but I think I don't know what hot is, but I obviously know of Lunac and Jasmine, and I like both of those plays, and you can't go wrong with either of them. I think Jasmine probably has um more structure around it than Lunac does. No offense to the Luna community, which I'm in. I feel like Jasmine has more structure around their project because it's not just, I like community based projects, but I feel like the community kind of divides into multiple places to where we have focus here, focus there, focus there. You know what I mean? So definitely an issue there. But ADA getting close to 50 cents. I mean, it's at like 40, 45, 44, right? Yeah, 43, almost 44. But yeah, yeah. Sorry, I didn't check any of the Twitch chat, but I appreciate you asking that question. Richie's Plain Talk, thank you for gifting memberships. Yeah, I understand your angle. You see where that pump is above anger, and I see us at the stage before the last drop, then disbelief. But definitely use that chart for your content, Brody. Yeah, 100%. I feel like it's necessary when you're looking over more of the long term, when you're trying to recover from not only just a single position, but overall in the market. It does seem like something that could be beneficial. Don't kick yourself for not listening. Uh, the next blue chip is coming. That's good. Good to hear. I would say it would be a peak anywhere between 20K and 50K next bull run cycle. Peanuts. I could be wrong. I mean, anybody could be wrong. We never know exactly where things are going, but we can make predictions. Thank you so much, Matt. Either going into Lunac or Jasmine. Yeah, I think both of them are great plays. It's just like one has so much potential, but we have the not the community, but we have a lack of a path kind of bringing us down every time. And then you have Jasmine, who has a path, but it doesn't have as big of a community as something like Terra Luna Classic or Shiba Inu. It has a community and it has a following, but it doesn't have as much, right? I know it has a following because I post videos and I'll get like 5,000 views, which is definitely showing that it has a little bit of a following. Typically, when you have any type of new position that's out there, you have people that are behind it, but it's never to that level, right? There's a lot of people that are really big fans of Jasmine that comment on my videos and post things on Twitter, and I'm all about it. I like having a path, and I also like having a community. If 1146.2 passes governance, Lunac will be on its way to parity. I may just hold on to my position. I know there's a lot of skepticism with your holdings there. Absolutely, you made me a great believer. All right, well, thank you for saying that. I appreciate, or I like the fact that I can be here for to be that second opinion. Um, so yeah, thank you for letting me have that opportunity to do so. I'm gonna have to update my computer as soon as I get off of here. I don't know if I'm gonna go live in the garage today. I think I might have to. I have to edit a golf video, but maybe I will. I don't know. The last time was fun. We had like 2 or 3 people there, a max of like 6 people, and I just hit golf balls and talk about different things like stocks, crypto, um, golfing in general. So yeah, maybe we'll do one out on the course. Oh, and also I finally got my golf watch to work the last time I went out, so I was happy with that, and it's amazing. If I feel like the green is sloping one way or another, then I I can actually see the green and how it slopes on my watch, like the heat map, which is phenomenal. So I feel like it goes left to right or right to left. I can tell you which way it goes based on the heat map that I have, and I love it. I love it so much. Go live at the glory hole. What? I don't think I can say that on YouTube. But no, I don't know what that is. Well, I know what it is, but I don't know where you're talking about. Um, is that what I call my garage, or is that what you call your garage? If you go live for golfing, I'm going to be there with you. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know if I will because I have some editing to do. So we'll see. I love golfing videos. Yeah, I love the golfing videos and gaming videos as well. Awesome uh, kicking it with you during gaming. Yeah, I haven't done gaming in a while. I've actually been playing a lot of games, but I just haven't like live streamed or made videos on gaming. Um, I just because I always game upstairs with like if I'm playing PGA Tour or something, or playing. I want to play Resident Evil, which I haven't done yet. Um, come on, guys, you know you can't say stuff like that. Let's keep it appropriate. Absolutely. Sounds like cheating, Matt. Why don't you just get a golf AI robot? No, I mean they offer it. It's not cheating. It's just like if you have the greens books and they tell you like, you know, how fast things are rolling and where it slopes from. You can like a lot of golfers will use those greens books to understand what the green is doing. And then they'll also um before every like tournament, they'll go and check the green to see where the high points are, where it slopes, how it hits, where you should hit it into, how it takes the hill. So really, they'll be getting all of that information way ahead of time to understand exactly what the green does, and then they'll have it in their books. So this is just a way of getting kind of that data, but just understanding the basics, which is where's the high side and where's the low side. But yes, essentially, maybe I should just get an automatic golf club where I don't swing and it just hits it a yard, like a yardage, 100 yards. Check out Final Destination 16 game teaser. It would be a good game of the game of the year. I'm excited about. We're about to get a Nintendo Switch because I am or was and still are a Pokemon fan. And they have like Pokemon Stadium and old school games that I played before. I was a big fan and still am a big fan of collectibles. I just haven't ever gotten to collecting, you know, the Pokemon cards. I had some in the past. I just never thought like, oh, these would be worth anything. I had first edition cards, and I was just like, these won't be worth anything. They're just cards. Lo and behold, you know, a Charizard, at which I had a first edition Charizard, um, you know, is worth what, like $100,000? Perfect. Yeah, I didn't ever think of that because I knew that they were worth something at those stages where they were like, oh, you know, if you have a Blastoise, it'll be like $20 or something. I'm like, all right, well, that's probably the max, but $100,000 for a card or some other ones being worth $1 million, that's crazy. Refurbished OLED switches, holographic Charizards. Yeah, I think back to those times when I had all my first edition cards. I remember the stamp. I remember the first edition stamp, and because when I bought them, right, I was still young, right, and I'm buying these cards, and when they got over to the U.S., I think they got over to the U.S. like late. It wasn't when they first released, but yeah, I had first edition cards. We had Gyarados, we had Blastoise. My brother had Vileplume and Venomoth, and um, I forget what other cards he had, but he had a lot of stuff. I gave all my cards to my little cousin. 3 notebooks full. You're missing on utility coin. Wait, you're missing out on a utility coin that's huge, man. I won't say it because I'm busy accumulating and won't uh, want them cheaper, bigger than Cardano, and even etc. When you research. Well, that's good that you're I guess keeping it to yourself. And even ETH research. Say it. Tell the people. No, I'm sure he wants to keep it to himself. Sometimes, I'm not going to say that that's the case. That's a way of hyping something up, honestly. I wish Pokemon would create an NFT, first edition NFTs. You know how much those would sell for? You know how much Pokemon NFTs would sell for first edition? Just literally take the card and make more of a digital version of it. First edition cards, NFTs only sell a number of those, maybe 10 of them. You know how much those would sell for? Ridiculous amounts of money, way more than the cards would. Honestly, it would. I would be there ready to pay, $10,000, $20,000 for a card, just because these are first edition actual Pokemon NFTs. Get out of here. They would min out quick. Yeah, I mean the minting price would probably be ridiculous. Anyways, guys, I have to get out of here. It's about an hour stream. 169 people here. They would make Pokemon NFTs. They will make Pokemon NFTs, in my opinion. I don't know why we haven't seen it. Are they waiting for the NFT market to become massive? I feel like NFT market is getting bigger and bigger by the day. But they're waiting for NFTs to maybe have I don't know, to become more massive, and then they'll do that. But I feel like that would skyrocket the NFT value, and the biggest NFTs, which would be what CryptoPunks right now, or something else, um, would just be an afterthought. I feel like these Pokemon NFTs would go for way more than CryptoPunks are going for, but some of them go for like multiple millions, right? Hundreds of millions, I believe. They're making NFL NFTs already. Look it up. I've seen the NFL and NBA NFTs, but it's not going to be as much as something like Pokemon NFTs. Have you seen the Funko Pop NFTs? No. Excuse me. Please tell me that you're lying about that. Wait, what? Funko April Fools? Happy almost April Fool's Day. The jokes with Funko. Blah blah blah. Calling all collectors. Step into the Funko Pop digital pop collectibles. Collect your favorite and become eligible to redeem exclusive physical pops. Supplies are limited. Don't miss out. No, I haven't. But if they give us any type of Marvel ones, you could see these drops. These are sold out. A standard pack is 5 digital pops. Premium pack is 15 digital pops. Are they all different like brands? They don't have like specific ones that are like Marvel or like whatever. It's just like standard pops. Huckleberry Hound. Is that Tom and Jerry? Oh yeah, it's Tom from Tom and Jerry. Penelope. I did not see that. Yeah, they got Tom, they got Jerry, they got pretty much all I know. All right. Well, I gotta go, guys. When is CRO mooning? I have no idea when the bull market starts. Guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, follow me on Patreon, follow my golf channel, follow my NFA channel, all that stuff, you'll get the breakdown of different things because I did talk about multiple positions today. So if you guys want that, feel free to go over there. We'll have a couple of videos that we're going to break down. But yeah, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. And again, thank you to the super chats. Thank you for the members. Thank you for the gifted memberships, Richie. I appreciate that. But yeah, I'm going to get out of here and good luck on everybody's trades. And I will, I just read that as I was saying that, but good luck on everybody's trades. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one.